Here you can see him walking out of the side of TGK using his T-shirt to cover his head, surrounded by correctional officers and what is presumed to be his manager. Now, although we asked him questions about these allegations, he did not say anything.
A little shaked up as far as, I just wanted to clear my name, but other than that, I'm fully focused on the main course.
Gervonta Tank Davis just got arrested again, this time for alleged domestic violence, and what he said afterward shocked everyone. He broke his silence with an emotional apology, admitting he's losing control, and even said, "Sometimes I can't control my anger. That's why I wanted to quit boxing." For a fighter known for his power, speed, and swagger, this is a whole different kind of punch. But what really hurts? It's not just one scandal. Tank's entire reputation, his image, his career, it's been slowly crumbling. And now, it might be completely done.
That's a nigga that just fought, Gorilla.
Even Terrence Crawford gave his 2 cents on the arrest.
Today, unfortunately, Gervonta Davis getting some trouble. What advice would you have for someone like Tank Davis?
And I don't know what's going on with him and his personal life. That's on him. I'm minding the business that pays me. That's my business.
Let's talk about the downfall of a boxing superstar. Let's start with what just went down. Tank was arrested again, this time for domestic violence. The exact details are still locked up, but one thing's clear. It was serious. Serious enough to make headlines everywhere. Serious enough that even Tank had to speak up.
Did you punch that woman in the face?
You got nothing to say.
You have anything to say to that woman?
Who was she?
And when he did, he didn't deny it. He didn't get defensive. Instead, he said something that had fans shook. "I've been trying, but I can't always control my anger. That's why I've thought about walking away from this sport."
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me where so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
That's not the same Gervonta Davis fans are used to. That wasn't cocky, flashy Tank. That was real. And honestly, it sounded like someone crying for help. But here's the thing. This didn't come out of nowhere.
I think the articles are saying like hours ago, Gervonta Davis was arrested. The accusations or the reports are that a female that he was with, he went to a house or something. Supposedly this happened at a residence that he did not live at. And supposedly this woman was hit in the face. Everybody's going to hear boxer and think that he punched her in the face. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Mike Tyson, like everybody was saying, like his hands got to be classified as a deadly weapon and all that type of shit. Like he should never be able to hit somebody outside the ring.
Let's be real. This arrest is just the latest blow in a string of controversies that have been chasing Tank for years. Let's be real. Tank's got a history. From the outside, he's a millionaire, undefeated, and living that fast life. But behind closed doors, trouble's always been close.
Hey, the little one inside.
You don't gotta ask me about it.
Well, we need to make sure she's with somebody.
She's okay. She's with somebody.
Okay, listen, I get you that you're upset, but we can't just say.
You remember back in 2020 when that viral video showed him grabbing his ex-girlfriend by the throat in public at a basketball game? That wasn't a rumor. That was on camera.
All right, so hold on, before we get into it, I want to introduce Dance by Trainer, all right? Now, this is the dance team of women from all across the world.
Then in 2022, another domestic violence arrest. Tank denied it, said the woman was lying, and even posted, "I never touched her." But the damage was done. He spent time in jail, and fans started asking the hard questions.
Mr. Davis, what's your reaction to the sentence? What's your reaction to the sentence? Can we get your reaction to the sentence? About the sentence?
We don't have any comment.
No comment.
Can you give us your reaction to the sentence the judge just handed down?
Well, we're not exactly satisfied with a sentence of 90 days home detention. We believe that.
And in 2023, just after winning another big fight, boom, He's back in court, this time for a hit and run. He left the scene with 4 people injured, including a pregnant woman. Yeah, let that sink in. This is more than bad PR. This is a pattern of violence and recklessness that keeps haunting him, no matter how many belts he wins.
Gervonta Davis was arrested for domestic violence. He's the champion in your division. What do you think about what's your reaction to that?
I don't know about that. I don't know Tank personally, and I really got nothing to say. I just wish him the best. Everything inside the ring, outside the ring.
This man has more mugshots than press conferences lately. And now, fans aren't cheering anymore. They're worried. They're tired. Some are even walking away. Tank's legacy is becoming less about knockouts and more about court dates. Pros are breaking their silence on this situation. And as much as you like Tank Davis, it's hard to defend someone charged with domestic violence.
Tank Davis, he got arrested. Any thoughts on that one?
He did, huh? Again?
Yeah, again.
Hey, look, I actually like Tank Davis. He's a good, he's a good kid. He's a good fighter, a great fighter, actually. He's one of my favorites. Just get your that's it, basically. Get your shit. You don't hit women, man.
Yeah.
Conor Ben slammed Davis, and let's just say he did not hold back at all. Tank's rep has taken a major hit, but if we're being honest, the cracks were already showing in the ring too. And the moment things truly shifted was that fight against Lamont Roach.
When he fought Lamont, it was like he was there, but he wasn't like there for real. Like when you watch all the other fights, you can see like his eyes just look different. When he walked into the ring with Lamont, it was just like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, because you heard in the press conferences, he was just saying he was just real irritated. He didn't really seem like
He just felt like I think he just trained just to get by. I think he trained to just do 12 rounds. You know what I mean? The Tink that I know, the kid that you punch him in the face, he go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if I'm down on the scorecards, I'm gonna go out and go get it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it that fight, and I understand it too. When us as fighters, when you get to a certain point in life, sometimes you just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Tank was supposed to dominate. This was the fight where he could shut everyone up, the critics, the fans, the haters. But instead, he nearly got exposed. The fight was close the whole way through. Roach was slick, calculated, and fearless. He didn't care about Tank's rep. He came to scrap. And then, in round 9, Roach dropped Tank, flat out. But somehow, the ref didn't call it a knockdown. He ruled it a slip. The crowd went crazy. Twitter went insane. Everyone watching knew what they saw.
Tank did that, so I know the got in his eye, but they should have countered it. They would have countered it, it would have went to Lamont Roach. What I didn't like about Tank, he was gassing up Lamont Roach way too much, and he was already talking about like retiring.
He seemed a little distracted, didn't he, in the fight?
That wasn't the same Gervonta Davis we're really used to seeing.
It just lets you know how corrupt like these governing bodies are, bro. If that dude took a knee, not only did he take a knee, he's like, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of my eye. How is that not a point? Like,
funny thing, bro, that's why I cut my braids off. I had braids, and I had the same thing. I went through the same shit. When I fought Andre, that shit was burning my eyes, so I cut that shit off.
That was a knockdown, period. And while the official decision was a draw, let's keep it real. Roach won in the eyes of the people.
Honestly, I thought I should have won without that being counted a knockdown. Look, I ain't the ref. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he had to wipe sweat out his eye, he had to wipe sweat out his eye. But the rules do state, if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's an automatic 8 count. But it is what it is. I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated about that. But if that was kind of a knockdown, I would win the majority decision.
Tank didn't look like a killer. He looked vulnerable. He looked beatable. That fight was supposed to restore his image, and it backfired badly. And here's where things really start falling apart. Instead of bouncing back by chasing greatness, guys like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney, Tank started chasing clout. He wanted to be like Floyd, the PPV king, the big money shot caller. But instead of building a legacy, Tank started looking for easy money fights. He started eyeing Jake Paul.
Didn't say you got your eye on Tank. What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fighting?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. He called cap on it. So if you want to call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
Yes, Jake Paul, a YouTuber turned boxer, a guy who's never fought a real elite boxer in his prime. Tank versus Jake would have been a circus, pure entertainment, a bag chaser fight. And Tank was seriously considering it. The only problem? Tank doesn't realize Jake ain't just some internet kid anymore. He's huge. He's 6'1", walks around at 200 pounds, and hits hard. The size difference alone makes this fight dangerous. And if Tank's not focused, Jake could absolutely win.
Tank was looking past Roach, and he wanted that Jake Paul fight, which I think Jake Paul would have beaten. Jake is way too big. Tank is 5'5", 135, soaking wet. Y'all think Tank is too small for 140. He ain't beating no heavyweight. I'm not joking. I don't think he would have hurt Jake. He would have to jump up to reach him. I don't think he would have hurt him. I tell you this, it would have gone the distance, and people would have been laughing their asses off, and it wouldn't have been good for Tank's brand. I tell you that. That fight would have went the distance. Soon as 5'5" Tank is looking at a 6'2", 6'3" Jake Paul, y'all would have been like, hold, wait a second. And Jake Paul be on spread out paws with that arm out and stepping back. And bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. But that's a cat. Fine. We'll never get to fight anyway, so we'll never know.
The Jake fight is a desperation move, like a cash out, like a guy who doesn't want to fight real boxers anymore.
What you think of former athletes and celebrities like Jake Paul taking up boxing? You think that grows the sport?
If he's doing it for the right reason, actually want to do it because of just like actually want to box, it's cool. But if he's doing it for like the wrong reason, just to get the hype and stuff like that, I feel as though it's trash. Sometimes people get bored at what they doing, and they want to try other stuff. Got to be mentally tough to be able to box. So that's why I don't take that away from some fighters or some people that want to jump into the sport. So just show how tough you are. That's how it should be.
For sure. That's all I got. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
And honestly, that's what a lot of people are already saying. Look at the signs. Tank's been talking retirement. He said boxing is boring.
Why are you retiring?
With trash.
What changed? What made you?
Trash, garbage.
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything? Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might be gaining love for it though? You never know. Like say you got to swap today.
And he's been caught smoking during camp. Yep, the same camp for Lamont Roach fight. Not surprised why Tank almost lost. But now, that fight probably ain't even happening. This arrest might have killed the whole deal. And what's making all this even worse? Tank is alone now. Floyd Mayweather, gone. They're not cool anymore. Floyd was the only person who could reel him in, check him, and keep him focused. And Calvin Ford, gone too. The coach who molded him, the guy who believed in him from day one, Tank cut him off.
Tank Davis, Lamont Roach. I think we need to start with that one.
Yeah.
What transpired in that fight was astounding, because you have to remember Tank Davis was a 16-1 favorite going into this fight. Lamont Roach, while a WBA champion, was moving up from 130 pounds, and no one thought he had a chance. And the general demeanor of Tank Davis going into this fight was like, hey man, I'm kind of done with this. I got 3 fights left. I'm going to be done by the end of 2025. I don't really like this sport anymore. Kids, don't do this. Go into soccer. This ain't for you.
So what happens now? Honestly, this could be the end of Tank's career if he doesn't wake up fast. He's losing fans, losing credibility, losing respect in the boxing world. And this arrest is the worst blow yet. No fights lined up, no official word from PBC, no big money PPV talks, just silence. But here's the thing. Tank still has time. He's only 30, still undefeated. Still one of the most exciting fighters to watch when he's focused.
Tank Davis. Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer. George was a puncher. Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition.
Yes,
He was doing that a lot.
And he got to be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you got to be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good fighter.
But if there's one fight that could save Gervonta Davis's legacy, it's Shakur Stevenson. Let's be honest, this is one of the most anticipated matchups in boxing today.
Who's next? I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight. I told y'all I'm a dog. I'm top level, elite level fighter. So let's make boxing great again. Let's put the best fighters in the ring with each other, and let's see who come out victorious.
The beef is real. The hype is crazy. And with everything going down in Tank's personal life, most fans and even experts are picking Shakur to humble him. They say Shakur is too slick, too smart, too disciplined.
Like, if Shakur beats Cordina and Zepeda, I think he beats Tank, and I'm a massive Tank fan. But when that time comes, that will be a mega fight. And I think Tank is struggling for opponents. Like, if Rayo doesn't fight him in November and Robert's saying he's not going to be ready, who's he going to fight in November? He needs Shakur. He really does. And listen, we need Tank to make that mega fight. But let's get that fight made next year. But first, he's got to come through Joe Cordina.
But that's exactly why Tank needs this fight. Because if he can come in focused, locked in, and knock Shakur out cold, he doesn't just win a fight. He silences the haters, restores his name, and proves that through all the chaos, Gervonta Davis is still one of the most dangerous men in the sport.
6, 7 more fights, and I'm naming names. One of the guys, obviously, you and Shakur got into it on Twitter. You was like, you wanted them 6 or 7.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
For sure?
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
Do you think that's going to be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Because he a good boxer, nigga. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. If you go look at his fights,
so you
I
feel
probably
like
put him on game.
Hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like,
come on, bro.
So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.